Hello everyone, it's Louise Usher here from A Lusher Life Nutrition. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Now, normally I know on here you see me a lot driving along in the car with my glasses on and the sun's all going crazy, but I thought I'd sit down and do it quite a serious chat on this camera, like on the tripod and stuff, because I want to share with you more information about this book. Now, I spoke about this book yesterday on my very quick video that I uploaded because I feel so passionately about it. Now, Dr. Michael Mosley here, I am his new #1 fan, and you can find, if you Google him in YouTube or search him in YouTube, there are a lot of videos there. He's actually the guy that founded the 5-2 diet, and a lot of people have heard of the 5-2 diet. If you haven't, just very briefly, it's where you, for 2 days of the week, you cut your calories to around 600 calories, and they consider those to be fasting days. And a lot of people have had really, really good results from having 2 fasting days. Now, he's gone one further with this. This is designed for people with blood sugar issues, either pre-diabetic or if you think you might have a slight issue there with blood sugars. Now, I've known for a long time, and I've blamed my Crohn's disease, that something isn't right with my I want to say digestion, but it's more to do, like, I have no issues with digesting certain things. Sugars and carbohydrates and all those polysaccharides and disaccharides I do have issues with. And woe betide Christmas time, because I don't know about you guys, I can eat like the things that are always around at Christmas, you know, Christmas pudding, even though it's gluten-free, and chocolates that are all around. And I'll get on the scales after maybe 2 or 3 days of eating, and I've gained 4 or 5 pounds, which is just ridiculous. I'm like, how can you gain weight so quickly unless you have an issue with digesting those things? And I don't know, whatever, there's something there. And I also know that when I eat these kinds of things, I then am susceptible to getting a candida overgrowth. Which is really weird, because my osteopath lady says doctors don't really believe in candida. Now, when I have been hospitalised, which has happened many times for ear infections, they swab those ears, send off to the microbiology lab, whatever, to culture and see what was actually growing in my ears for the infection to happen. I'm sorry, this is gross. And it's come back that there's a major overgrowth of the Candida albicans bacteria. They say that you can't have a candida thing. You know, I don't get that. That's what causes thrush. It's what causes thrush in your mouth as well. Athlete's foot. All these kind of fungal infections, you know, can happen with the candida. So they know that. And people like me have been saying for ages, I think that sugar might feed the candida bug. Now, when I've had too much sugar, or particularly things that have got like a little bit of yeast in as well, sugar and yeast together, I get the most itchy ears in the world. And I know if I don't medicate those there and then, I'm going to be back in hospital being treated again for another major infection. And it really throws me off of kilter. It's really awful. So anyway, I'm kind of digressing a little bit from the book. So my blood sugars, I think, are quite something not right. There's something not adding up. And about 4 years ago, I did a very strict diet. I actually was attending Weight Watchers, but the Weight Watchers plan wasn't working for me. I wasn't managing to lose any weight whatsoever, even though I did stick to it, and I can hold up my hand and say I really did stick to it. It wasn't working. And I think at the time, things have changed now, and I'm really thrilled that they have, because they are dealing with the sugar issue. But back then, not so much, and it was all to do with eating low fat and low calories. So, you know, that's where the points came from. That's how they're calculated, and I know it's differently now, and once again I say brilliant, but people are starting to cotton on to the fact, this whole low fat thing we was talking about, like from back in the early 80s. And I remember studying that, because I did at school I did food and nutrition, which I was really, really into, and I wanted to go down that path with my career. I was dissuaded from that, but anyway, back then it was, you must eat low fat. And of course, what did they do? They took the fat out of the food. The food was not palatable, because fat makes things taste nice and it feels nice in your mouth, and it's easier to get down into the digestive system. So what they did in order to make that far more palatable was to add lots of sugar. That's not a new thing that people don't know about. So where were we? Yes, the sugar and the 8-week blood sugar diet. So this suggests all the things we've been taught normally, like losing weight slowly is better for you, it's more likely to stay off, and don't eat too low because you'll mess up your metabolism and all of that. Dr. Mosley in here is claiming you can kind of reset the balance. You can starve your liver of the fat kind of thing that's in there. So you'll eat your fat for energy because you'll be taking too few calories in, and you'll be keeping low on the sugars, the carbohydrates. So you will be eating away stored fat. And people who even don't look fat on the outside have got a lot of fat inside sometimes. So it does reset things. And I'm really excited, and I am actually going to try that. Oh my God, I've really just committed to saying that on the video. I would like to lose 2 stone in weight. I know I can be healthier because when I did that special diet 5 years ago, I dropped 3 stone in 3 months and I felt fantastic. I hadn't felt that good before in my life ever, and I haven't felt that good since. So what I did was something very low calorie, very high in protein. I ate a lot of protein, and I really kept my carbohydrates very low. I'd have the occasional thing, but it wasn't something that was sugar laden, but it'd be something that had a little bit more carbohydrate in, like perhaps, I don't know, potato or something like that. So I'm going to commit to this. I have just put in a food order that's going to be delivered in about 5 hours time to my house. And it's things like oily fish, lots of broccoli, lots of green stuff. There's some salad stuff in there. I've got some cottage cheese, eggs, smoked salmon. Eggs and smoked salmon I love. I could live on that. I love that. And avocados. So you could have, for instance, for breakfast, you could have a poached egg and half an avocado. I think that will really satisfy my appetite, and I think that will keep me going like way into later in the day. So there you go. That's my sort of theory on what I'm going to try and do. Watch this space, because I'm going to find it hard to stick to. I did last time, and I was particularly poorly then, so I did have my motivating factor for that. But I'll confess to you, I have always had a blood sugar monitor in the house. It's something that I probably will use on my patients when I've graduated in 2 years' time, and it's something that I've just tested myself on now. I hadn't fasted properly, but I haven't had a meal yet, and it's 20 to 2 in the afternoon. What I have done is had a couple of cups of coffee which have had milk in them, but my blood sugars are still quite high, so slightly concerning. I think I need to do an early morning one and see what that's reading as when I know I haven't had anything whatsoever. If that's an issue still, then I am absolutely, definitely 100% going to do this. And the claim is you can reverse your diabetes if you're newly diagnosed. And I believe it. I agree with what he's saying. There's no reason, and he's got a lot of scientific evidence to back it up. Okay, so all this stuff that the doctors are saying, 9 times out of 10, they're not people who have done any nutrition training. He's done a lot, and he's spoken to a lot of people, and he's been to a lot of professors in certain universities who study this stuff. They either study diabetes, blood sugar, nutrition, metabolism, and I am an advocate for that. I will pop a link to this book down there. If you want to know more about him and his theories, I would really encourage you to try and turn your health around by following this program. Obviously, you know, he's got all the things in there that say make sure you speak to a doctor first and da-da-da. But I will put a link to his book down there, and pop in YouTube, you can see his name there, Dr. Michael Mosley. And there are loads of videos of him, a brilliant chat, probably about my age, I would guess. Slim, glasses, quite handsome. And I think he talks in layman's terms, you know, which is just priceless, isn't it? So good luck. Let me know if you're going to give it a go. Leave your comments down below. I'd really appreciate it. If you feel you want to share this video with others, make sure you do. And leave me a thumbs up so that I know that you are kind of enjoying these videos and watching. It's a relatively small channel, but I can feel it's going to explode and it's going to grow. And you can watch me not explode, but hopefully shrink, because in case you noticed, I have a ring on my finger now, and I have a very important dress to fit into in under 3 months' time, which currently doesn't fit. So I want to lose that couple of stone. They say it's possible on that, but you need to obviously do it. And that's where is my head thing that lets me down. Let me know what lets you down. Let me know what trips you up, and let's see if we can work on it together. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.